Hi and welcome everybody. I am with Annie Stokes, the Whammy Award winner for Best Country Americana Album, The One That Gets Away. I'm very excited to meet with you today, Annie, and to talk a little bit about your recent win. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
My pleasure. So, of course, I just mentioned The One That Gets Away won Best Country Album.
It did.
There were some stiff competition. It sometimes doesn't feel like competition, for artists being with one another in the DMV, but this is certainly like an accolade that a lot of artists in the DMV are excited to receive. What do you think it was about this album that kind of stood out amongst the other submissions in the category?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. You're totally right about stiff competition. We went totally thinking it was just going to be my husband is my bandmate, my co-writer. So we went to the Whammies, obviously very honored to have been nominated, and we were pretty excited about the Tito's, the free Tito's in the lobby. So that was kind of our motivation for going. We did not think we were going to win anything. We just thought we were going to have a fun night out. And so we were very humbled and honored to win. And, I would like to think that what made our album stand out was our commitment to the lyrics. You know, I definitely identify as a country and Americana artist, but I would say that my loyalty is more to like building lyrics than it is to sticking with any type of genre. So hopefully people connected with that. But we were just as shocked. We were the most shocked of anyone. So if you have a better answer, we'd love to hear it.
No, thank you. I do appreciate it. This was, if I'm understanding correctly, this was your first album since 2017's Livin Right. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah. And it came out, it's hard to believe it was 4 years between two projects, but that is very much what happened.
Can you talk a little bit about what changed or how you grew artistically or as a person since like in between that time frame?
Absolutely. So the between Live and Right and the one that gets away, I got married and I had children. So that's like a big personal thing. I also turned 30, just a lot of adulting happened. I hate that phrase. A lot of maturing happened where I went from being someone in my late 20s who, you know, sometimes did my taxes on time to, playing for keeps. And then professionally and artistically between those two albums, I will say I'm proud of everything I've put out. I feel like I've grown with each uh, album and EP and song that I've released, but I remember gearing up to record the next album that would be the one that gets away and thinking to myself, I really we need to ascend in a steeper way with this album if we want to keep justifying this career path, not to make it about money, but there is a certain amount of money you put into an album, there's a certain amount of time. And I was just thinking to myself, if we keep maturing and growing at the rate that we're doing so with our current releases, this is not really going to be something we can justify to ourselves. So we worked with a PR company. I did a ton of research into streaming algorithms, DIY PR, Submit Hub, all of these things that I'd been a little too scared to do before because it felt too real or it felt too hard. We kind of just really dove into how can we carve out a space for ourselves in this industry, and it did pay off. We won a Whammy, but we also played some really good shows. Our live sound, I think, improved. I really focused on connecting with listeners through newsletters and social media. And, it definitely represented us, I think, going from people who were passionately making music in our spare time to professional musicians, to
And then,
answer
of,
your question.
and then by the time the Webby Awards have rolled in, that's just icing on the cake, I'm sure.
It was very much icing on the cake because we also released the one that gets away during the pandemic. So, as you know, normally when you release an album, you can milk that thing for like 2 years, between the release local press, podcasts, touring, uh, re-releasing acoustic versions of the album. You know, there's a lot of life in every album cycle. And when you release during a pandemic and you can't play your album, it gets shrunken down to like maybe 6 months, you know? So by the time we won this wonderful award, we were very much thinking like, oh, well, that was nice. That was fun. You know, we got a lot out of this, but we're done, you know? So it was a nice surprise.
Well, the bar must feel pretty high with celebrating the successes from the Whammy Award-winning album, "The One That Gets Away." What do you have in your future purview of things coming up?
We're actually recording new music right now. We just finished recording our third song off of an EP that we are working on. I don't want to give any release dates because I feel like once you verbalize a release date, you're just like asking the universe to push it back or something like that. But we are working with wonderful producer Austin Bello, and we are writing new music and expanding our songwriting skills and adding in new instruments. So definitely everything that we've learned from the one that gets away, plus everything that we've been working on. I feel I'm so excited for people to hear what we've been working on.
Thank you so much, Annie, and
Thank
congratulations
you.
on your Whammy victory.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Very excited to hear what you have for us next whenever you're ready.
Hope it'll be sometime in 2022. So that's what I'm comfortable declaring to the universe is that it'll be in this calendar year.
8 months is a safe window.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. Better be.
Thank you, Annie.
Thank you.